once was a girl named Kaylee. She was all alone and decided to go into the forest instead of being a couch potato. Once in the forest, she saw a bright light by a tree and walked over to see what it was. To Kaylin's surprise, it was a unicorn as white as snow that seemed lost. She was about to invite the unicorn to come home with her, but before she could, the unicorn spoke. He said, "My name is William, and I am here to grant you 3 wishes. They can be anything you want, but you need to think carefully about what you wish for." Kaylin was so excited, she invited William to her house. He accepted, and she let him know it was the house on the corner of the village. Both Kaylin and William started to head to her house. The unicorn, who was as small as a fruit bat, started to follow Kaylin, but somehow along the way, William took a wrong turn and got lost. Kaylin looked behind her and could no longer see the unicorn. She started calling for him. She asked, "William! William, where are you?" She kept calling for him, but no one answered except for a little squeak, but that only came from a squirrel. Kaylin was worried sick with the thought if she didn't find him soon, someone else would get her wishes. She knew finding him in such a large forest would be hard. Kaylin thought to herself, "I better start to look." She went all over the forest. She searched high and low for William. The one place she didn't look besides the village was the palace at the edge of it. Kaylin really didn't like the palace, even though it has been abandoned for years, since there was no heir to the throne. She kept thinking, surely there must be somewhere else she could look. Kaylin really didn't want to go to the palace that is as creepy and silent as the grave. She tried to think of how William got lost. She gave him great directions after all. That's when she realized maybe he thought she lived in the palace since it was next to her little house. Kaylin decided life is a journey, so she might as well face her fears and head to the palace. Being as brave as a lion walked into the palace, she walked into so many different rooms. There was the kitchen, the ballroom, bathrooms, and countless bedrooms. Kaylin kept running and running all over the palace, looking for William. She really wanted to find him because she wanted her wishes so badly. She feared a broken heart if she didn't get to William soon. Kaylin looked in the last room and saw a bright light by the throne, which was the pretty white unicorn. "William, I'm ready to start making my wishes." Her first wish was for enough money to feed her family for life. Second wish was for fancy dresses for her mother, sisters, and herself. Caitlin's final wish was to become the princess of the palace. In the throne room, William said to Kaylin, "Your wishes have been granted. The money, dresses, and now you are even the princess." He told Kaylin it is time for me to go back to the forest. She was as happy as a bug in a rug, but she hated to see him leave. So Kaylin asked if she could go with him. To her surprise, William said, "No, you cannot." "Why can't I go? I am the princess, which means I can do whatever I want." Tiny Unicorn said, "Yes, you can, but you cannot come with me because my home is a secret place, and you have to stay here to run the palace. So no, you cannot." "Well, will I ever see you again?" "Probably not, but if you do, remember what I did for you today. I promise that I will never forget what you did." "William, thank you. Because of you, I am more happier than I have ever been." As William left Kaylin, she was as happy as can be.